wearing the same shirt.
Greetings and welcome to the 2020 Helen Hayes Awards virtual celebration. Thank you for joining us here tonight from wherever you are. In addition to the nominees here in this virtual room, we have a community room filled with friends, family, colleagues, and the greater theater community that wanted to be present and support these nominees at this time. Let's get a look at all of our friends and colleagues waving. Hey y'all, thanks for coming.
There's Jana.
This unprecedented time has us all looking to connect in different ways. I'm going to introduce Amy Austin, the president and CEO of Theater Washington, who would like to share a greeting and a message to the community.
Hey everyone, my name is Amy Austin, she, hers, and welcome to the Helen Hayes Awards. We're presenting them virtually during a time when theater community is suffering from the loss of performance in theaters, loss of work for independent theater makers, and in institutions. We also want to take the time now to affirm the heightened need for equity, anti-racism, and anti-oppression in our theater institutions, and for our Black, Indigenous, and people of color artists. We want to recognize the need for change and community change. The need for change is not new, but long overdue. And the way forward is often not one that requires more time or more learning, but simply trusting that those who are most harmed by oppression and inequity know exactly what changes need to happen. Time is now to simply listen and support each other in making the very changes that too many have been asking for too long. While we take the time to celebrate the collective and collaborative work of the community, we want to thank some foundations, individuals, and sponsors who support the Helen Hayes Awards. We're celebrating the Helen Hayes Awards for the first time without someone very special, our longtime board chair, theater booster and lover, Victor Shargai. We want to thank Craig Pascal, Victor's husband, and the family of Victor Shargai, Eric and Heidi Muskoff, Frida Evan and Sarah Zing Eisenberg, and Sandy Hoffman. We want to thank our community sponsor, Andrew R. Emmerman, our chairs, John and Meg Hauge, Monty Hoffman, the Share Fund, Vassar Browerman Group, Myrna Fawcett, Alan Savada, and Will Stevenson, Michael Burke and Carl Smith, Scott Abelman and Debbie Schrager, and the rest of the host committee, and the Office of Cable Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment in the District of Columbia, led by Director Angie Gates, and the District of Columbia Arts and Humanities Commission, led by Acting Executive Director Haran Sarika Baran. And before we begin, we want to acknowledge that up until now, we have adjudicated and announced performance awards that were labeled for and limited to actors and actresses in a way that was exclusive and harmful to trans, gender, non-conforming, and non-binary members of our community. Although this year's awards were adjudicated through a binary lens, we are presenting them in a gender-inclusive format. And we apologize for the pain we've caused up until this year. We invite you to learn more about how we arrived here and what we plan to do moving forward at theaterwashington.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. We would like to introduce our special guests here today, the nominees for Outstanding Supporting Performer in a Play, Hayes category. We will do a brief round of introductions. Please tell us your name, name of the show and theater you are nominated for. As a way to time nominees, mention if this is your first nomination. If this is not your first time being nominated, say one word to describe how you are feeling tonight. And when you're done, I'll pass it on to the next nominee. Here, I'll demonstrate. My name's Regina Aquino. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am a co-presenter today, and I am calling in from Arlington, Virginia. Our first nominee, Sarah Marshall, is unable to join us tonight, so I'll pass it along to Justin Weeks.
Hey. My name is Justin Weeks. Pronouns are he, him, his. I'm calling in from Northwest DC, right below Silver Spring in my home. This is not my first nomination, so I'm feeling a ton of gratitude today. And I will pass it along to Shannon Dorsey.
Thank you, Justin Weeks. Hi, everyone. My name is Shannon Dorsey. My pronouns are she, her, hers. What are the other things we needed to say?
Where you're calling in from, what show you're nominated for, what theater, and what and how you're feeling tonight if it's not your first nomination.
I'm calling in from Northeast DC. I was nominated for Fairview for my portrayal of Jasmine. This is not my first time, but I am feeling very blessed and very nervous. So I don't know who's next.
Shannon, I will pass it along to Temidayo Ame.
Timmy, forgive me.
Hello, you are forgiven. My name is Temidayo M.A. Thank you, Regina. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and friend. I am nominated tonight for Schoolgirls of the African Mean Girls play as the character Gifty, or as I like to call them, the Gifty, at the Roundhouse Theater. And tonight I am feeling incredibly elated. I'm feeling nervous. I'm happy to celebrate the joy of this moment with you all, and just proud of the work that was done in that show. And I'm gonna pass it back to Regina so she can pass it back to somebody else.
Dio. I would like to pass it on to Christopher Dinolfo.
Hey, that's my name. I'm Christopher Dinolfo. I'm calling in from Adams Morgan in Northwest DC. I was nominated for playing Edward Kinniston in Nell Gwyn at the Folger Theater. This is not my first nomination, and I'm really happy to be with you all tonight.
Thank you, Christopher. I'll pass it on to Yuri Henley Cohn.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yuri. I'm calling in tonight from Brantford, Connecticut. I was nominated for the role of Uri Severe in Roundhouse Theater's production of Oslo. And I am just feeling really grateful to be among other artists because I miss seeing other actors and artists of all kinds. So, and it's my first nomination, my first show in DC.
Congratulations on your first nomination, Yuri. I'll pass it on to Jade Jones.
Thank you, Regina. How you doing tonight?
How are you?
I'm great. My name is Jade Jones. She, her, they, queen, king, daddy. This is not my first nomination. However, everyone feels like the first. I'm feeling extremely grateful for this opportunity and grateful for this community, and can't wait to see you guys in person. And I am calling from Northwest DC.
We're grateful for you, Jade. Thank you. I'd like to pass it along to Vincent Randazzo.
Hi, I'm Vincent Randazzo. I'm calling in from Syracuse, New York. He, him, his. This is my first nomination. I was nominated for my role as Joss, Sedley, Mr. Pitt, Mr. Osborne, and a litany of other characters in the Shakespeare Theatre Company's production of Vanity Fair. And I'm feeling very happy to be here right now.
Awesome. Thank you, Vincent. I'll pass it on to Catherine Kell.
Hi, my name is Catherine Kell, she, her, hers. I'm calling in from Alexandria, Virginia, and I'm confused by the first nomination question. It's my first nomination, I guess, but I was in something that was nominated previously, so as a show, I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry for doing that already. I'm very grateful and nervous, and happy to see all your faces.
Happy to see your face too. Thank you so much, Catherine. I'd like to pass it on to Ilan Zafir.
Hi, Regina. How are you?
I'm great. I miss you.
It's really good to see you. I wish we had more time. My name is Ilan Zafir, he, him, his. I'm nominated tonight for 12 Angry Men for the role of juror number 10 at Ford's Theater. I've been nominated as an ensemble, but this is my first nomination, just me. And yeah, I feel I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy you're here too, and congratulations. And I'd like to pass it on to Nancy Robinette. I can tell you right now, this is not her first nomination.
Hi, Regina. Hi, everybody. She, her, hers. I'm calling in from South Arlington, Green Valley. I'm nominated for the heiress, the role of Mrs. Penniman at Arena Stage. I'm feeling so grateful to see you all, see your faces. And what else?
That's and anything else you want to share?
Oh, just that I'm so glad we're doing this.
Yeah, I'm grateful to see your face. I'm grateful to see all your faces. Congratulations again to everybody.
Regina, I am so sorry. I forgot to say what I was nominated for.
Same.
Regina, I could also. Sorry.
Is it okay if I do that?
Sure.
I'm nominated alongside my very good friend and castmate Temi Dio Ame for Schoolgirls portraying the role of Nana. Thank you for allowing me to do that.
Thank you.
Regina, I'm sorry. I also didn't say what I was nominated for. I'm very sorry.
Catherine, go.
Okay, I was nominated for Emmy and A Doll's House Part 2 at Roundhouse Theater. Thank you.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Regina.
Yeah.
I forgot to say what I was nominated for. I was nominated for Blacks at Woolly Mammoth Theater.
Hey.
Hey, Regina, I did say what I was nominated for. I want to say that I really like Justin's shirt. I think it's amazing, and I wish that I were wearing it.
Okay.
Becky Land.
Back this train back on the track, right?
Hey, Regina. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna keep going when you yeah. All right, we want to also acknowledge our other partners in these projects. First Chair Interpreted Productions for providing American Sign Language interpretation, and Creative Video of Washington for providing technical, audio, and visual coordination. Welcome to everyone. At this time, we would like to highlight each nominee for Outstanding Supporting Performer in a production, Hayes category. In preparing for these calls, we were able to collect highlights from the biographies of the nominees or a tribute from a colleague, mentor, collaborator, whom the nominee recommended that spoke to their work this year. Sarah Marshall is nominated for Studio Theater's Admissions. In an interview with her, Tom Avila of Metro Weekly wrote, "She has devoted her energy and heart and talent to helping create DC's own thriving theater community. It's that passion and the fact that she would probably never consider herself a trailblazer that makes Marshall so completely unforgettable." Sarah is an adjunct lecturer in the Department of Performing Arts at Georgetown University, where she has taught for over 30 years and has performed extensively in the DC area with the Kennedy Center, Arena Stage, Folger Theater, Roundhouse Theater, Shakespeare Theater, Studio Theater, and Woolly Mammoth Theater Company, where she is a company member. Sarah is a Helen Hayes Award recipient and has been nominated 23 times. Congrats, Sarah.
Damn.
The multifaceted Justin Weeks, nominated for Blacks by Aziza Barnes at Woolly Mammoth, stole the show in a dazzling moment of physical comedy, trying to make his way through a window to meet a girl he met at a club. Justin is a chameleon, carved out each distinct character he played in Blacks with finesse and skill, and his comic timing is impeccable. It matches the generosity of spirit to every rehearsal room, and that was written by Maria Manuela Goyanes, the artistic director of Woolly Mammoth Theater Company, where Justin is also a company member. Shannon Dorsey, Maria Manuela Goyanes also had this to say about her: "What a bright light Shannon Dorsey is. She is the epitome of a woolly mammoth artist, She is always game to share her immense talent on our boundary-pushing project, and Fairview by Jackie Sibley's Jury was no exception. She brought such humor and depth to the character of Jasmine, setting up the humanity of this family that is stuck in what turns out to be a nightmare. The image of Shannon banging on the door to be let out of the horror is seared in my memory forever. Congrats, Shannon. Temidayo Ame. Awa Salseka is a friend and castmate of Temidayo Ame, nominated for their performance in Schoolgirls or the African Mean Girls play at Roundhouse Theater. They wrote, Temidayo has always and forever, in every memory in my mind, been a force of nature, an absolutely ethereal human, powerful and constant in their energy, and always has honored the people in their lives, especially those that they portray on stage. Temidayo's commitment to the emotional, physical, and mental realization of their characters is inspired, and it was a blessing to share space with them in Schoolgirls. Forever my friend, my sister, and my example of artistic excellence. I mean it from the bottom of my heart when I say it's only a matter of time before their art reaches every corner of the world. Oh. Robert Richmond was the director of Nell Gwyn at Folger Theater, for which Christopher D'Onofrio is nominated. They wrote, Chris D'Onofrio brought the true story of Edward Kynaston, a depth and pathos that is rarely found in a comedy. Chris's comic timing and ability to bring more than a superficial understanding of the skills needed to authentically act women on stage was remarkable. As Samuel Pepys said of Kynaston, Chris was the loveliest lady that I ever saw in my life. Aaron Weaver is a colleague of Yuri Henley Cohn's and performed alongside him in Oslo at Roundhouse Theater. They wrote, Yuri is a kind and dedicated performer. His level of specificity and commitment to his character, as well as his desire to dive deep into the history of the play, Oslo, was always so inspiring to me. It was an honor to work with him, and I'm so happy he is being recognized for his detailed and heartfelt work in this production. Nicole Watson was the director of Roundhouse Theater's production of Schoolgirls, or the African Mean Girls play, for which Jade Jones is nominated. Jade, can you hear me? You may have lost Jade for a moment. I'm going to hold for a second. I don't know if she's going to make it back. I'm going to continue.
Oh, Regina, why don't you move to Vincent and then we can come give her a little bit of...
I will continue on to Vincent and we will start back over when Jade gets back. All right. Jessica Stone was the director of Vanity Fair at Shakespeare Theater Company, for which Vincent Randazzo is nominated. They wrote, the moment I met Vinny in auditions in the spring of 2018, I was struck by his comedic assurance and wit. So much so that by the fall of 2019, I had worked with him 3 times. There is an elegance and timelessness to his humor that is a rare find, and one that would make any director hope that this will be a relationship that will many, many stories to come. Whether he's playing a lascivious villain, a buffoonish fop, or he's just singing his heart out and dancing a jig, Vinny is the kind of artist that imbues work with truth, humanity, and heart. Nicole Watson was Catherine Kell's director on Roundhouse Theater's production of A Doll's House Part 2. They wrote, Katie Kell! Part 2 was my first play at Roundhouse, and I could not have dreamed of a more amazing cast. I want to work with Katie all the time. She is a transformative artist. I love her honesty, her patience, and her joy, and of course, her talent. To work with Katie is to work with an artist in every sense of the word. Congratulations on your nomination. Sheldon Epps was the director on 12 Angry Men at Ford's Theater, for which Ilan Zafir is nominated. They wrote, I was constantly surprised, energized, and often amused by Ilan's idiosyncratic and distinct choices, and always grateful for his strong commitment to the production, to his castmates, and to his commitment to getting it right. He is a brave and courageous actor, willing to leap in and take chances, and never afraid to commit to even the most unattractive aspects of a character. It was a great joy to work with him, and he is very deserving of this honor. Seema Sueko was Nancy Robinette's director on The Heiress at Arena Stage. They wrote, "Working with Nancy Robinette is a director's dream come true. Her interior well is deep. She is agile with language and action. She infuses a unique and truthful life into her characters, which stirs and delights the hearts and souls and minds of the audience. On top of that, she is a compassionate human being. I am her humble fan." And we're going to try again with Jade. No, Jade? Well, I'm going to read these wonderful words again from Nicole Watson, who is the director of Schoolgirls or the African Mean Girls play. They wrote, "If you don't know the brilliance of Jade Jones, let me help you. Jade can do anything, and she does everything with passion, humor, and grace. I'm sure you can know Jade can sing." And when she took on the role of Nana, Jade still made the shyest, quietest girl in the room stand out and take center stage. It is an honor to work with her, and I love her dearly. Congrats on your nomination. Thank you, and congratulations to all of these nominees. All of the nominees displayed immense creativity and skill this year. Now it's time to reveal the first recipient of the 2020 award. And the first recipient for the Outstanding Supporting Performer in a Play, Hayes, is Temidayo Ame, Schoolgirls or the African Play, Roundhouse Theater.
Sorry. I want to thank Jade for sharing this category with me. I knew I was going to cry. That's why I have the tissues near. I want to thank Awa for being my sister always and for blessing me with those words. I want to thank Theater Washington for making this possible and for seeing me in this performer category that we have created together. I want to thank my fellow nominees of all genders who live in this category. Gifty, the Gifty, gave me so much in that season. She provided so much truth and levity and joy. She gave so many people joy. And she still lives inside of me, and I am so grateful to have shared my vessel so that she could be born on that stage. And I am so grateful to all of you for witnessing and making space for her in your life. There are so many brown-skinned girls out there who need your love. There are so many African girls out there who need your love. The same way you give love to me, I remind you to give love to them. Thank you. I'm gonna keep crying and I'm gonna mute my mic so I can cry. But I love you all. Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, I can't mute my mic like they can. I'm going to try and get my tears under control. As we mentioned earlier, the move towards gender inclusive awards means there are 2 recipients in this category. Congratulations, Temidayo, on your well-deserved win. It's time to reveal who the second recipient of the 2020 award is. And the second recipient is Vincent Randazzo, Vanity Fair, Shakespeare.
Oh, wow. Okay, was expecting that. My mother's like losing her mind. This is where I'm at upstate right now, as my mother's house throughout this whole crisis. I want to thank, I meant to shout this out earlier. I want to thank Theater Washington. I want to thank all my fellow nominees, but I want to thank, I want to shout out my director, Jess Stone, who for her lovely words, all the projects we got to work on before, all this kind of went down. And I really want to shout out my ensemble, who was also nominated. It was a 7-person crew, and we played like 120 characters, and it was tough. We had 3 weeks, and it was really hard. It was a mother to put up. And the crew, who's, people who are out of work right now, that crew ran a ship that you couldn't replicate ever again. It was so tight. I had 30 costume changes, and they helped me nail every one of them in like under 9 seconds. I can't speak to the crew highly enough, and to my ensemble, but just thank you. Wow, that was cool. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Vincent. It's just so great to see that you're there with your mom, and yeah. I can't wait to see how you. She's got
a glass of wine in her hand. She's over the moon. She's over the moon.
I hope she has one for you. Congratulations to all the nominees this year. Thank you everyone for joining us virtually this year to celebrate the nominees for supporting performer in a play, Haze. It has been a pleasure to be with you in this virtual space. Tune back in for the next awards celebrated tonight. There's Outstanding Performer Visiting Production at 7:15 and Outstanding Musical Direction at 8 p.m.
Love you.
Thanks, everyone. It was great. Congratulations again, Temidayo and Vincent. It was a pleasure to have all of you with us tonight. And don't forget to tune in to the video that will be on September 25th at 7 p.m. And that will be a culmination video. So have a good night. Thank you.
Woo! I love you.